Okay, it's a 1979 Honda CX500 Custom. I bought this off a guy up in Knoxville, Tennessee this summer. He was a retired body man. And I bought it off him. He had every single piece of this bike polished as much as you could polish it. If that piece of aluminum on it, it was polished. He owned this bike for 17 years. He bought it off the original owner. And like any body man, he had to go ahead and paint it. Well, he did a spectacular job on the paint job, I'll tell you. It looks fantastic. And the story is, with all these CDI bikes, the CDIs go bad and the stators go bad, and it's been a really problem with these motorcycles lately. What I've been doing with them, there's a guy down in Australia making this thing called a race and ignition, which does a total upgrade on it. Turns it into a Hall effect system, gets rid of all the old electronics. I clear the old stator out, and I put in the G8 stator, the big heavy duty stator that the GL500s and all those bikes run. That's twice the wattage of the original stator. So what happened was, he had this bike, it lost spark, he couldn't get it running, and he went out and bought himself a new Harley Davidson for a retirement gift. So I went up and bought it off him, and I brought it home. So what I did to it, I pulled the engine out and took it apart, and I went ahead and replaced the stator. I replaced the ignition system, and the timing chain looked like brand new still, so I don't know, somebody must have been in there before, because it looked like somebody had gone in and replaced the mechanical water pump seal. So I went ahead, it's got a brand new, I put a new mechanical water pump seal in it, adjusted the timing chain, completely resealed it, race and ignition with the G8 stator, and a new battery. Also, I completely rebuilt the carburetors. Everything's on them new. Floats, needles, air cutoff valves, O-rings, gaskets, everything's new. Spark plugs, oil filter, coolant, brand new battery. And I've been riding this bike. It runs exactly like it looks. Also, the mufflers didn't look too good on it. They were all right, but they weren't great. So I like these. These are sports, the new old stock sports to takeoff mufflers. And I've put these on quite a few of these motorcycles. I think they look great. That's my personal opinion. They sound really good. At any rate, what can I say? Here it is. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Now, I've been riding it today, but it starts up cold the same as it does hot. So. Now, if you owned one of these bikes in the past and had the original CDI ignition, when you ride one of these bikes with the new race and ignition, you certainly notice the difference. They run smoother and they have a lot more power. So I can't find anything else needs to be done. I've been fortunate lately. I've been able to find these really, really nice motorcycles, so it just needed some mechanical work. So that's all I had to do to this one here. Also, I put a brand new master cylinder on. I don't take any chances with the master cylinders anymore. And new front brake pads. Tires on this bike still look like new. They're a little old, but they're not weather checked. And I'm going to go ahead and run them. They hook up real nice, and I'm not having any problems with them. As you can tell, look at the radiator surround. He polished everything. He polished the wheels. He polished the fork tubes. The guy really loved this bike. Because he bought it off the original owner. He knows the history of it since day one. It's a completely garage-kept motorcycle. You can just tell by looking at it. Had 18,000 something on it when I got it. It's got 19 now. He says that's right. I believe it's right. You can look at the bike and tell it's right. So I'm going to continue to ride it. It's a pleasure to ride. Having a lot of fun with it. And if somebody's interested in it, if you've been looking for a really nice CX500, this is it. I'll stand behind it. It's solid as a rock. It runs strong and smooth. I've been running it pretty hard out there, still getting 48 miles to the gallon. So anyway, there she is. Thanks for watching my video.